We're under caution in the Toyota All-Star Showdown. 48 laps to go. Let's show you what brought out his most recent yellow. Tim Woods the third goes around. And let's see if he had a little help. He sure did.
Yes, he did.
Brett Thompson.
Car number 54. Nice job behind the wheel. Throttle first, then brake. Spun her around, hit nothing.
Kept it off the wall.
Good job, Tim.
Now let's get down to Matt Kovalek's pit and get their version of what happened.
And Mike, I'm with Perry Wade. I came down and said, what did Matt say happened on the radio?
Basically, from where we were, the 16 car was trying to get a run on the 96 underneath him, and looked like he got loose. And we were right behind him, and just basically came together there. And you know, we hate it for all those guys. You know, Austin had an awesome car. Those guys, the 88, they had a great car. Hate it for all those guys involved. You know, that it's a great facility to come out here and race. We really appreciate Toyota giving us you know, the opportunity to come out here, and hate for things like that to happen.
NASCAR deemed it a no-fault incident. Kovalek stays in second. 96, Mike Johnson the leader, and in third, Ryan Moore, who's never finished higher than third in a North race. And now he's got Scott Lynch, who got a much better restart. Lynch is going to go to third, Moore to fourth, and for the lead, Kovalek on the bottom, testing Mike Johnson.
74, Moore has been passed again.
Yeah, he did not get a good restart.
He sure didn't. And he's not up to speed yet, Mike.
He's in trouble?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Ryan Moore now dropped at the bottom of the racetrack, and they're passing him one after another.
Mike Olson picks up the charge for the North drivers. He's in fourth, and he's battling side by side with Lynch for third, as Moore keeps his car on the racetrack, hoping for a caution and hoping it's not him.
Mike Olson in the 61 car had been so loose in the first portion of this race, he could barely hang on to it. Now he's running in fourth position. Whatever they did on the brake, it was right.
Brian Moore has now moved into fifth, ahead of McCarthy, Ryan Moore, and Dragon. Matt Kovalek trying different lines, seeing what he might do with the leader. Brian Moore and McCarthy still going at it. Fifth place, Moore in the 45. And they're still three wide all the way around as Bobby Dragon is in the middle of the sandwich. Mike Duncan on the outside, Brian Chu on the inside. Just ahead is Brett Thompson. That's close quarters.
That was contact quarters right there.
And the 20, Kerry Earnhardt dives in right in the middle of all that.
Why not? Join the party.
Good point.
And we finished last night with barely a ding on anybody's race car, and tonight it's looking like this was a quarter-mile race. Look at Kelly Moore in the 47.
Yeah, and he's still in it, Dick, because only the green flag laps count. So Kelly Moore is still a contender in this. Tim Woods is part of that battle as well. After spinning out, he's still on the lead lap.
Ryan Moore back up to speed, showing him in seventh position now.
Not sure why he did not get a good restart and fell back, but now he is at speed and running in seventh.
R9 Duncan, the West Series champion this year, throwing some sparks going through the corners.
39 laps to go. As you look at Thompson from Duncan's onboard camera. The Busch North drivers, after losing Andy Santerre and Mike Stefanik early, the Busch North drivers now run first, second, and fourth and fifth, with only Scott Lynch among them in the top five for the West Series.
Two cars with in-car cameras bouncing back and forth in the views that you're seeing here.
And right behind them come Bobby Dragon, Kelly Moore, Tim Woods, Kerry Earnhardt. That's quite a crowd.
Kelly Moore, amazingly enough, in 12th spot. That car, no right front fender, no hood. He's going.
No problem.
No, apparently not. Bobby Dragon on the outside of him. Two of the real veterans of the North Series side by side. Tim Woods in the bottom with car number 54. He put a new sticker on the nose of that number 54. Said, "Winners never quit, quitters never win." He's decided that's his motto.
Looking back at Bobby Dragon, the waste management number 15 from Brett Thompson. This is at 10th place. And he could still put 5 cars under a blanket out of that group. 33 to go. Mike Johnson trying to hang on for the biggest win of his career.
Mike Duncan in the number 9 began his professional career not actually racing but playing baseball. He's a former minor league baseball player. He was drafted back in 1985, put in the 10th round into the Oakland A's organization, played some single-A ball, then began stock car racing in 1997.
Something he has in common with Derek Cope. He was a catcher with a promising career in baseball and turned to racing.
Baseball players can't win the Daytona 500.
That one did.
He sure did. But only when he became a race car driver.
Look at this battle. It just doesn't let up, and Kelly Moore is going to drive past the bunch of them.
Look at that. Well, like Tim Wood's car says, never give up.
Nope. Now in 4th place, Mike Olson on the outside, and Joey McCarthy, 64, on the bottom. The Busch North standouts. Ooh, close.
Olson with a couple of second place finishes so far this year. Finished second in points, has not yet won.
Trouble turn 1. David spins into the turn 1 wall. Mike David brings out the caution.
Well, I got the photographer's ducking.
David brings out his second yellow of the night. This one with 29 laps to go.
Johnson had almost a second lead over Kobieluk before that yellow flag happened.
Dick, I'm not sure what happened to him going into the corner, but he just locked up the brakes, spun it around, backed it into the wall.
When you lock the brakes up, there is no steering in any car.
Well, let's see. This is the 8th caution flag of the night. Not a lot of damage to the Bennett Lane Winery. There's a look at.
Oh,
yeah.
He was going. Yeah, it was definitely time to lock it up. That car was gone.
Something sparking and dragging from the front of that car. They'll get it fixed, they hope. We'll be right back. Dave Despain fires up the wind tunnel. What a great show that is, Monday through Thursdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. This week's guests, Ryan Argiro and David Rudiman Monday. Kyle Busch Tuesday. Racing writer Tom Higgins Wednesday. Kevin Kalkoven, Champ Car co-owner, on Thursday. Green flag. 28 laps to go. Mike Johnson trying to hold off Matt Kobieluk and Scott Lynch. A big pile up and start finish.
Oh man, big crash.
Brian Moore's in it. Kerry Earnhardt is in it. The 17 of Ramirez is wrecked.
Whoa.
And in turn 2, the 81 of Brett Thompson. That car is done. Brian Moore drops the window net, but his car is destroyed.
Safety crews right to that car.
On the backstretch on fire is Ramirez's car. Fire trucks quickly to his aid.
He's bailing out of there.
Yep, he's okay. Little fuel fire there. Well, it was well behind the leaders, but a half dozen cars got jacked up coming down the front straightaway on this restart. There's Kerry Earnhardt. He is okay, helmet off, he's climbing out.
Brian Moore moving around in his car.
He took a hard shot, Dick.
Oh,
knocked
boy.
the whole nose off the car.
He sure did.
There's the 81 of Brett Thompson.
Well, this is becoming a race of attrition.
Brett's okay. What happened? Look at the top of your screen.
Whoa.
Looked like Mike Duncan was involved in turning Ryan Moore into the wall, but Duncan may have been pushed. That replay angle really doesn't show it. See if this one does. That's behind it.
What a hit.
Yeah, it was Earnhardt's car that got jacked way up in the air by Ramirez. Riding with Mike Duncan. Oh, that's what happened.
Yep.
Ryan Moore again didn't get going on the restart.
Yep.
Mike Duncan piled into him. Now that's the second restart where something happened and Moore's car just didn't go. Ralph?
Mike, I'm down here with Jose Luis Ramirez, who's crawled out of his smoldering machine. Jose, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay.
What happened out there, and how did that car catch on fire?
I don't know. Something broke. Something in that crash. Probably the oil cooler. Something broke.
Was any of the fire coming into the cockpit, or were you able to pull it safely to a stop without getting any burns?
No, it was really, really safe. So we don't have problem. No burns. No nothing.
You sure have impressed a lot of people with your stock car racing skills. Is this something you're going to continue to do?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it all the time. And I'm sorry for my sponsor, for the Valle, for Royeri. I'm so sorry. I want a big race for them, but that things happen. Sorry.
NASCAR is going to take the Busch Series down to Mexico City next year. Are you going to be a part of that?
Yeah, I mean, we are working that. We are, all this money in this world, so we are working that.
I would think the Mexican fans will have a new driver to cheer for. Jose Luis Ramirez did a great job here this weekend. Jim?
West Series competitor Brett Thompson's car just being towed away now. Brett, disappointment obviously on your face. Talk about what you saw and the chances you may have had tonight that went away.
Yeah, well, the car was just wasn't there tonight. We were going backwards. We needed long runs. These guys weren't respecting each other. It was pretty ugly out there tonight, and just nowhere to go on that restart. Those guys got sideways in front of me. I clipped one, and then I didn't have any way to steer the car, and I somehow collected another one coming down the track, it looked like. So just disappointed.
We just saw your onboard. You took one heck of a lick. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I got to thank Napa Filters for their help this weekend. I mean, they stepped up tremendous for us, and I wish I could have given them a better run.
Now, Brett, you finished third here the last West race. You know how this track can change and how finicky it is over the long run. Was the track conditions anything to do with what we may have seen?
Yeah, I mean, this track changes from lap to lap, it seems like. I mean, it doesn't take much temperature to make it change, and some guys' cars will be good on the short run, some are good on the long run. We just need some long runs, and unfortunately we didn't get them tonight.
Mike?